This stop starts like hundreds of others, a routine traffic pullover for speeding and swerving. But listen closely. The officer immediately establishes two critical observations: speed and lane control. Those are classic DUI indicators. Now watch the driver's responses. The timeline shifts, the explanations stack up, and within minutes, what begins as a simple traffic stop spirals into a DUI investigation packed with contradictions, defensive language, and a refusal that changes everything. Pay attention, because every small detail from here on out matters.
How's it going, Officer Wardlock, Workplace Warrant? The reason why I stopped you is because you're going a little fast in the swerving. Do you have your driver's license insurance on you? Where are you coming from?
I'm going home. I actually just picked somebody up, but I come off.
You going home?
Yeah. Alright.
Where's home at?
Literally around the corner, so that stop sign, Bruce.
Okay. So where are you coming from?
I just dropped a friend off, but I live right on Soft.
Okay. What were you doing at your friend's house?
Chilling. We're
Chilling.
actually it's Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. So when did you get to your friend's house?
A couple hours ago.
Okay. And what time did you leave your friend's house?
What time is it? 11, so 9? What does
Okay.
that matter though?
Okay.
But you said I was swerving. No, it wasn't.
Okay, so
I was going speed living.
okay, we're in your phone.
Look, so boom.
Okay.
I always put that just to see when I'm getting there. I'm 2 minutes away. I'm right there.
Okay.
So this is normal for me.
Okay. So
Right here is where things begin shifting. Notice how the officer keeps circling back to timeline questions. Where were you? When did you leave? What route did you take? That's not random. In DUI investigations, inconsistencies in time and travel are huge red flags. And the driver? He's defensive almost immediately. He challenges the swerving observation, interrupts questions, and starts over-explaining. When someone says, "That doesn't matter," during a timeline question, it absolutely matters. Officers ask these questions to establish probable cause. Small contradictions can justify expanding the stop. And here's the big one. He says it was Saturday, but it's already Sunday. That slip might seem minor, but under DUI protocols, confusion about day and time can indicate impairment. Let me ask you this. If you hadn't been drinking, would you be this argumentative this early?
you live here in Stock Drive. How long have you lived here?
My girlfriend is at home right now,
Okay.
so that's where I was going.
Okay. So you got to your friend's house at what time?
I've been out all day, so
Okay.
we were watching football, so
Watching football?
yeah, football started at 2 or whatever. So that's why I'm like, what do you mean?
Going 20.
I was swerving. What do
Okay.
you mean? I was following that car that was going the same speed that I was. I wasn't
That car
speeding, I
wasn't in
doing
front of
shit.
you.
No. The car was in front of me.
Okay, but where I saw you swerving, the car wasn't in front of you. You were the only vehicle on the roadway. Okay.
What do you need from me?
Your insurance, did you find it?
The only reason I'm looking for it is because I just actually went from State Farm.
Switch State Farm?
No, I went from State Farm
Okay.
to another one.
Okay. When did you switch?
Recently, like January 26th. I'm looking up because this is my grandmother's thing.
Okay.
Because we are on the same, so I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. So what town is your friend located in?
The address that I still have pulled up right there is where I'm going to.
I know, but where were you at?
I was out.
I know,
at
but
my friend's house
where's your friend's house at?
in Joliet.
In Joliet?
That's where I'm driving from.
You're driving from Joliet? Okay. Where in
That doesn't
Joliet?
matter, though.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out the time of events to where you were coming from. Because you were coming, or I saw you were at 355 and Galber. Okay, Joliet is south.
Absolutely. So I went from Joliet to Homer Glen, which is their friend's house.
Okay, so you went to Joliet, then you went to Homer Glen at a
No,
friend's house.
I was in Joliet and I dropped a friend off in Homer Glen.
Okay.
And I went from 159th to come this way,
Okay,
and I'm going home right now.
okay.
What do you mean?
All right, do you have the insurance with the new company?
I'll pull it up there.
So your friend in Joliet, what time did you get to the Joliet address?
That you know damn well that
Okay.
doesn't. I'm just literally around the corner. That's why I was going home.
I get it.
So
You said you left
your
your friend's house at 9 to drop off your friend. in
This
Homer
is the
Glen,
moment the
correct?
stop officially becomes a DUI investigation. The officer states he smells alcohol. That alone, combined with speeding and swerving, gives him reasonable suspicion to conduct field sobriety tests. Legally, he's on solid ground. Now watch the suspect's strategy shift. He agrees to field tests, but when it comes to the preliminary breath test, he refuses. Here's what many drivers don't understand. While roadside breath tests can sometimes be refused depending on the state, that refusal can still strengthen probable cause. And once probable cause exists, the officer can arrest and request chemical testing at the station under implied consent laws. The suspect also keeps arguing technicalities. Trunk open. Happens all the time. Speeding doesn't mean impairment. And he's right in isolation. But officers don't look at one factor. They look at the totality of circumstances. Swerving, speed, alcohol odor, timeline confusion, defensive behavior, refusal. Individually, maybe explainable. Together, that's probable cause. At this point, the arrest decision is forming.
Homer gone, correct?
I am football. You watch football?
I watch football. I get
okay,
you.
so
Okay, so that's what time you left approximately when the football game ended?
Eagles played and the Chiefs played. So as soon as the Chiefs got done playing, I dropped him off in Homer Glen. And that's why I was coming this way, and this is why I'm on this road to go home. That's right here.
Okay.
I have no reason why. I'm so confused. Why?
Any reason why the swerving? Were you on your phone or whatnot?
Literally, I turned right there, and I saw you behind me, but there was a car in front of me. That's
Yeah, there was a car in front of you.
And I was going to. I didn't speed. I didn't do shit.
You were speeding. You were speeding before I got you. Okay.
So that means the car in front of me was speeding too.
Okay. So at your friend's house in Joliet, what did you have there? How much did you have to drink?
What do you mean? I didn't do anything.
Okay.
We were watching that fucking football game, and I'm going home 2 minutes away.
Okay, so how much did you have to drink in Joliet?
No, nothing. Because I was earlier with my friend in Joliet, and I dropped him off in Homer Glen, and that's why I'm on this road. I'm right here. What do you mean?
So you had nothing to drink over in Joliet?
No, and that's why, if you say that I'm swerving, it's maybe because I look down right quick, but I have this up right now because I'm going there. Okay. And if I go there right now, then she'll tell you.
Did you take any prescription medication in Joliet?
Nothing.
Okay. Did you smoke any weed in Joliet?
I don't smoke weed. No.
Okay, so you don't smoke weed. Do you drink alcohol?
No, I don't do none of that shit.
So you didn't drink tonight?
I haven't done nothing. Whatever you want to do, you can do, but I'm telling you right now.
Would you want to do field sobriety testing?
No, because it's unnecessary. But like what I'm telling you right now is that if you're telling me right now that I was swerving, I don't think so. I was not, because there was a car in front of me. Okay. And I didn't even know you were behind me, but either way, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'm smelling the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from your breath. You said it was Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
Today's not Saturday.
It's Sunday. It's the football game.
Yeah, it's Sunday, correct.
It's not Saturday. All of that.
Okay. All right, for now, could you step out of the vehicle? Step out. Come back over here. Any reason why the trunk was open?
You can check the trunk.
I know, but why was it open?
I probably accidentally popped it. Okay. I could pop it.
Because you were driving with it open.
No, I didn't.
You weren't driving with it open.
No.
So when did it get popped? When was the trunk popped?
Are you trying to make a thing right now? I legit just saw it, so I just went like that. I'll pop it again for you to see it.
Okay.
What do you mean?
So I'm going to request that you do some field sobriety testing, just based on some of the indicators I saw and some of the things you said, okay?
What did I say?
Okay. Based on some of the things I saw, some of the things you said, I'm asking you to do some field sobriety testing. Would you be willing to do the testing?
What did I say?
Okay.
I'm asking. I'm only asking because that doesn't make sense.
You said it was Saturday. I'm smelling an odor of alcoholic beverage coming from your breath.
It's Sunday, and I watched the football game, and I dropped my guy off. You asked me why I'm on this road. I dropped my friend off. He goes in Homer Glen, and I'm right here on this road. Okay. And I'm 2 minutes away. What do you mean?
Like I said before, you have a strong odor of alcoholic beverage coming from your breath.
How?
You were swerving on the roadway.
I have my...
Your trunk was open when you were driving.
You asked me
You were
why.
speeding. Okay.
That means the person in front of me was speeding, dude.
Okay, the person in front of you was not in front of you when I got you on radar. Okay, it's all on camera. Okay, so I'm going to ask you one more time. Would you be willing to do the field sobriety testing?
Go for it. I don't care. Okay. But I'm telling you, go whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you right now You asked me my timeline. I dropped my homie off, and I drove down the street. And the person in front of me, literally, if I was speeding, then they were speeding. I was just going home.
All right. Do you know approximately what time it is right now?
Yeah, it's like 11:30.
Okay.
11:45 maybe. But like, what do you mean?
Okay. So you're willing to do a field sobriety testing. Did you want to do them here, or did you want to go back to the station where it's warm?
Oh, I'll do it right now. I don't care.
Do it right now? Okay.
I think it's...
All right. Take a break. All right. So now what you can do? Face me. You get a permanent breath sample. What you're going to blow, and you're going to take a sample like you're blowing out birthday candles. You understand?
I understand. I'm not blowing no.
You don't want to provide a sample?
No, I haven't even been drinking all night, and I've shown you that.
Okay.
Did the test tell you that?
Okay.
Drink
So this is just something we request.
I know that, but I also studied this.
You studied it?
I taught myself. Like,
Okay.
I haven't shown you anything other than that. I haven't drank.
Okay. So,
What do you mean?
what do you mean by you studied it?
That's what I went to school for.
Like law?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you right now is that nothing that I gave you indicates that. And
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, I'm 2 minutes from my house,
Okay.
and I get it. I know what you guys are doing. It's cool.
Okay.
Who do you work for?
I get it.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you again. This is part of the field sobriety test. Would you like to provide a permanent
Part
breath
of
sample?
it. I understand that.
Okay.
But at the same time, nothing.
If you said you had nothing to drink,
nothing.
if you said you
has
had nothing to drink,
indicated that I've done that.
what is that?
Zen.
Okay. So
You guys know that.
I'm going to request that you provide a permanent breath sample. Would you be willing to provide a sample?
No, because it's stupid. You know that I haven't, and I'm down the street from my house. You know that I haven't done that. Your test that you just did showed that I'm perfectly fine. So I'm so confused right now why this is that big of a deal.
Okay. So you don't want to provide a sample?
And he asked me, he goes, what do I mean by that? And what I mean by that is, you know damn well that, like, I'm fine. If you want to follow me on, that's fine. But,
so,
like...
you have a strong odor of
doing?
alcoholic beverage coming from your breath, okay? You're saying you didn't drink anything, but I could smell it, okay? You were swerving. You drove
was
with your
not
trunk
swerving.
open. You drove with your trunk open.
If
okay?
my trunk was open, that was an accident. It must have been open way before that. And even as soon as I saw it, I closed it. Like, what do you mean? That happens all the time.
You were driving with it open. You were driving with it open.
That does not indicate anything. You know, like, that could have been an accident. People drive with their trunk open accidentally all the time. That's the only thing.
You said you're a cop. Who do you work for?
What I'm trying to tell you guys right now is that he's saying my trunk is open.
Yes,
that could happen
pulled up. Yeah, sure. It can,
all the
it
time.
doesn't mean
Look
that you
in my
weren't
car.
driving.
You can go ahead and
This is-
search
okay.
every. I will give you permission to search my car.
Okay.
But right
Who
now,
do you work for?
I'm not even. Nope. What I'm telling you right now is, you said my trunk was open, right? That happens all the time. That's an accident.
That's what they got a luck speed for, right?
All right, who do you work
What did
for?
you say?
They got luck speed for it.
They do. You're right about that. But what I'm telling you right now is the simple fact that my trunk was open. He said that. My trunk. That's an accident, dude.
Go on. All right.
What I'm
So
telling you right now is, like, I passed. I know I passed it because I haven't done anything all day. I watched the Super Bowl. Not the Super Bowl. I watched football all day. The Super Bowl is whenever.
So if you were an officer, though, then wouldn't you know that it's not those tests aren't pass or fail? You realize that, correct?
It's not pass or fail, but
Okay.
you do also understand that when you do those tests, you know when someone's really.
okay. So
You know
be
when
honest to
someone's
me
fucked
about
up.
how much you had to be. Be honest
That's
about how
what
much you
I
had to
plan on
drink.
doing, but you asked me a question. That's why I
Right, because you're
answered
trying
you.
to identify yourself as a police officer, but you won't tell us where you work.
What I am
So-
no, that's
Okay.
wrong.
Okay, so you're not an officer. Are you?
I'm
or
not talking to him.
Are you a
but
police
I'm talking
officer?
To you.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, right?
Are you a police officer?
What I'm trying to tell you right now. No. I am not a police officer.
Okay, then.
So
What
no.
are you talking about where you studied this? No, what does that mean?
What I'm trying to tell you is that, like, you guys know damn well that I'm not fucked up to where I can't go down the street around the corner
So
to my
you would
house.
admit that you were drinking just a little bit?
No, I legit.
So you just said that you're not fucked up enough to get to where you're going. What does that even mean?
I didn't say that, so
Okay.
stop. So what I'm trying to tell you right now, I get it. You guys are getting irritated. I understand that. But what I'm telling you right now is that the fact that my trunk was open and that I was speeding, come on. It's bullshit,
Okay, if you had a choice to decide of not driving tonight, would you have changed your mind about driving?
No, because I'm down. No, because I went to drop my homie off he had a block party in Homer Glen.
Okay.
I dropped him off, and that's why I'm coming down the street. You thought
Okay.
that I don't live down here. You saw my ID. I'm from Chicago Heights. I live right here on Broken Arrow,
Okay.
and I'm 2 minutes from there.
Okay.
Speeding, crazy, trunk open. That happens all the time. I'm just really
Yeah, it happens
confused
all
why.
Okay. Sounds good. What if I just face that officer right there? Face that officer right there. Put your hands on the back.
Oh, what's happening?
You're being under arrest for driving while under the influence of alcohol.
Charnel was charged with driving under the influence and received citations for operating an uninsured motor vehicle, improper lane usage, and speeding.
In the end, this arrest came down to cumulative indicators, not just one mistake. The officer observed speeding and improper lane usage. He detected the odor of alcohol. The driver showed timeline inconsistencies and resisted providing a preliminary breath sample. Under DUI enforcement standards, that combination meets probable cause for arrest. Could the situation have de-escalated? Possibly. A calmer interaction, clearer answers, and voluntary compliance might have changed the trajectory. But once probable cause builds, officers are legally obligated to act. This case highlights an important lesson. Roadside stops are evaluated under the totality of the circumstances. It's never just one thing. It's everything combined. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more intense body cam breakdowns.